What people think while investing by me, Petko Alexandrov. That is one old theory of how people behave on the market, especially the beginners. And I have modified it last year when I was doing a seminar in Japan. I had two seminars, one in Tokyo, one in Osaka. So it shows very well how people invest in cryptocurrencies and especially in Bitcoin. So I'm pretty sure that you might recognize yourself somewhere in this lecture because I do recognize myself when I was starting and putting a lot of emotions into it, but you should not do that. So let's get on it, and I will attach the presentation as well to this lecture as a resource file. Alright, so how it all starts is usually people receive information, okay? My friend told me about the Bitcoin, it's going up. And this is the first time when you hear about the Bitcoin. And at the beginning, you are very skeptical, you don't know what is that. You start reading about it, researching, and you're not ready to buy just because someone told you that the Bitcoin is going up, for example. So you're waiting to see what will happen. Price goes up, you say, okay, it's holding, for sure, I'm ready, I'm preparing my account now. If the trend continues higher, I will buy. Price goes up, oh, I missed that. Okay, now I will buy because obviously the price is going up, right? Everybody is buying, I should be buying as well. So let's say you buy one Bitcoin. What happens? Price goes higher and you're happy. You already have some profits into your account. But there is one feeling which is very normal, but it's kind of strong feeling. You regret that you didn't buy more. You see profit, right? Let's say that you bought the Bitcoin at 15,000. Let's illustrate what happened in 2017 and 2018. You bought one Bitcoin at $15,000. Price goes up to 19,000 and you're happy you have $4,000 of a quick profit, right? This is more than average salary in most countries around the world. And you just regret that you didn't buy more. Anyway, what happens? Price goes down and you say, great, now I will double my position, I will buy another Bitcoin. So when the price goes back to 19,000, I will not have just 4,000, but I will have $8,000 of a profit and I will sell it then. Okay, but what happens? Price goes down. You're getting a little bit frustrated, but this is where you start to calculate, okay? And you say, if I buy more now, I will average my position and I will have more profits when the price recovers. This is usually the point where the people put all their money. Okay, all their savings, everything they have, they will just put it on the market because they want to have a better average price and they want to have more profit from all of that. And let's say you buy another Bitcoin at 12,000, you will have average of 14,000, right? One time 15,000, second time 15,000, one time at 12,000, 42 divided by 3, average price 14,000. But what happens? Price goes down. And this is where the people feel pain. They just regret so much. They are afraid. They only think about getting out of it. They don't think anymore about the 19,000. They think about their average price. We set an example of 14,000. The only thing you will feel in this moment is that you want the price to get to 14,000, so you will sell everything, you will have zero losses, okay? You want to get out of that weight you have on the shoulders, that loss that you see in your account, because it's your money, obviously, it's painful, and you don't think about profits anymore, you just want to get rid of it. What happens? price goes down. You cannot believe it. It's never been so low. The first time you heard about the Bitcoin, the price was higher. You never saw the Bitcoin at this price. You never thought it is possible the price to fall at these levels. What happens? Price goes lower. And you cannot believe it. Like, what's going on? You look at your phone, you're sweating, you think only about that. You cannot work properly, you cannot handle your daily activities and obligations, and all you're thinking about is that you're losing on the market, and you just do some plans that you will hold it for a long term. It will take you years, and of course you're thinking that probably the price will never recover and you will hold only losses, and you feel awful. This is horrible moment for the people. Price goes down and you cannot handle it anymore. You say, that's it, I'm out. I have lost most of my money. I don't want to lose everything. The price will crash. I'm out of it because I cannot. You're just selling. And all of that from 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, all of these points are called with one word that makes the price drop as a stone. This is the word panic. People panic. The beginners, everyone that entered on the market for some reason, they want just to be out. They panic that they will lose their money, nothing is important, they just want to get rid of it, and they sell. And all of that selling makes the price drop. So you are out. You cannot handle it. You're out, you will never do it again. You promise your wife, you promise yourself that you will never ever buy cryptocurrency again, Bitcoin or any other. What happens? Price goes even lower and you feel relaxed. Good, I sold everything I had. Good that I'm out, I could have lost more. I would be on a bigger loss if I didn't sell, so good for me. There is some recovery and you're sure that the price will drop because obviously it dropped so much, it should drop lower. Price might go sideways a little bit and you're still sure. I know I was sure, I know how it works now and I will never do that mistake again. What happens? Price goes up and you really cannot understand what's going on. How come? How come the price is going up after this big fall? Who is buying it, right? What happens? Price goes up. You cannot really believe that this is true. The price is higher from where you sold. And you cannot really understand how this is possible. Really, who is buying it now? Are the people stupid? Why they are buying it? We lost money. Everyone lost money, right? This is what you will think. Price goes higher. And you say, the people are crazy. I don't understand why they are buying. For some reason, there are people buying. I don't understand them. They are absolutely crazy. Price goes higher and you say, oh my god, I knew that. I knew that this was going to happen. Price is almost to my average price, which I was waiting for so long time. Why I didn't hold my positions? Why I didn't wait a little bit longer, but I sold it on such a bad price. Price goes higher and you say, okay, I will buy again. It is cheaper than the first time I bought and now I have the experience. I know how it's working and I am again in the game. And usually people just buy with whatever they saved or with whatever they have left from the previous investment. And this happens all the time, every day. This is how the market works. The price goes up, it goes down, it goes up again. We never know where it will be tomorrow, but this is how the average person invests on the market. And if you have followed me closely, you will notice that usually people buy when the price is expensive, they don't have the strategy to take their profit, and they're greedy. At number 4, They are greedy, they didn't buy more. They are not happy from the profit, but they are greedy and they're waiting the price to fall so they can buy again. And the price falls and it falls and they cannot average the position anymore because they have bought with all of their capital. Nothing is left there. Because it's really painful, the only solution is to sell off at one moment. And after the price starts to recover, they don't have the power, they don't have the emotions and the mindset to buy again because they took a loss. And they're waiting and waiting until the emotions, the greed, the desire to profit comes again, and they buy again when the price is expensive. So this is how it's working, guys. I have seen that so many times. In the times when I was working for brokers, people coming in the office, I saw their emotions. They were depositing money in the wrong time, they were withdrawing money in the wrong time, and this is what makes the people lose. The emotions, the greed at one moment and the fear on the next moment when you're already losing. And this gives the opportunity to the huge investors to profit, and they are called smart investors, and they are not smarter than you are or than any other beginner trader. They have just more money to hold their positions longer, to average their price all the time, and to take their profit at the right moment when everyone else is just entering on the market. They're getting out and they make the price drop. This is how it's working. And I will show you in the course a precise strategy that I follow, which will protect you from emotions. I don't put any emotions because I follow the strategy strictly. Doesn't matter what I feel. If I see the buy signal, I buy. If my target is reached, I sell off. Doesn't matter if the price will go higher, I don't care. That was my target, I take my profit. This is how I do it, and I will show you that in this course.